My name is Peter Breunin with AV Showrooms. I'm here to review several products from Synergistic Research. We're going to start with the smallest product that we have in the system. We have 4 products in the system. We have the grounding block. We have the PowerCell 12 UEF Clear Top SE power cell. That's the top of the line with a glass see-through top. It's really cool, man, when you look down through it. We also have the Atmosphere Level 3 power cords in and on every component in the system. We have, in addition to that, the Atmosphere Level 4 speaker cables going from the Triangle Art reference amplifiers to the Rido D4.1 loudspeakers. Both of these components were products of the year for AV Showrooms. Next we have the interconnects going from the phono stage to the line stage, and from the line stage to the power amps. Synergistic Research Atmosphere Level 4. Let's start with the grounding block. Now the grounding block, I'm picking up small. It effectively acts as a noise drain, and it's draining up to 10 dB of noise in poorly set up systems. This system is set up very well. We were fairly quiet to begin with before we put the Synergistic Research products in the system, and let me tell you, we did them one at a time. We started with the power cables, then we added the speaker cables, then we added the interconnects, and then we grounded the Synergistic Research Level 4 speaker cables and interconnects to the ground block. Now you can ground any component to the ground block. You simply plug it in the back of a component in your RCA and use a ground wire out, which Synergistic Research supplies when you order the ground block. They'll ask you what are the components you're going to use. And then you have multiple inputs. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on each side. So you have many components that can utilize the drain effect of the ground. Now the ground has the HD output cord. This plugs in to your wall outlet. We are using Synergistic black outlets, another component in the system and under review for AV Showrooms. Taken all together, these components are effectively reducing the noise floor in your system and enhancing the power delivery to your audio components through the PowerCell 12 UESE. Now, the UEF SE, it's really a sight to behold, as you can see here on close-up. The kind of the blue glow about it is very compelling for the eye to look at. It's a statement product piece, and it does as advertised. It will reduce the noise floor to your system, which will let more detail through. The object of these components on the power cell and on the grounding block level is to lower the noise floor. The object of the speaker cable and the interconnects are to let as much music through as possible and remove the RF that's floating in the air. The cables are susceptible to picking up. That's where the ground block even enhances the level 4 cables. So if you have atmosphere cables, or these are all components designed to work together in the uniform energy field technology from Synergistic. The level 4 interconnects and speaker cables, again, putting them into the grounding block. So these components, in which was already an outstanding system, have elevated the frequency response of the system in a profound way. Now, these amps are 160 watts per channel, driving difficult loads. The Ridos are, most people drive them at solid state. Rido themselves uses the AVIC amplifiers, either in monoblock or in integrated format, on the D4.1s. You may have heard them in audio shows. Well, you surely have heard them here already, because we use them in the review of the triplanar tone arm. And what we'll do is we'll give you a quick glimpse of the sound of that system without the Synergistic Research Uniform Energy Field Technology products, and with. We'll play the same track. We'll try to match volume levels. It won't be an identical comparison because the microphone placement will not be at the exact place. We did move the camera. That was 3 months ago. We shot that. We can't leave the camera in the same spot for 3 months. So, but you'll get a taste for the level of improvement. So again, back to the level of improvement. What did I hear overall? Well, along the way, as we put each component in, I heard a lower noise floor. Speaker cables, lower noise floor, more detail, more space. You added the interconnect. Lower noise floor, more detail, more space. Power cell 12, big jump up in a lower noise floor and space and detail. That was the big improvement, the power cell. Taken along the way, the interconnects, the speaker cable, I mean, they were outstanding. But when you put in the power cell, that's when the system jumped up. And then when we finished off with the grounding block, we really tied everything together. So, again, what did we hear? Well, as you hear in the listening test, there's much more bass. I'm getting another octave lower in bass response. Now, if I had any complaints with the system, it was this: I would turn it up to a certain point, and I thought, well, you know what, I need a little bit more, just a little bit more. And 160 watts per channel Class A amplifiers, they delivered everything I wanted, except if I was playing ambient, I really wanted to shake the room. I had to just back it off a little bit. We all know this. You know this when you play a system and you know that you could use just another notch. Well, I was shocked. The Synergistic Research UEF technology products gave me that lower octave of bass. Now, how can that be? Because it's removing noise. It's cleaning the power up so that the power amps are running more effectively and getting a better grip on the loudspeakers with the speaker cables, atmosphere level 4. So the combination of cleaning up the power and using the level 4 atmosphere speaker cables from an amp to speaker handshake, it was enhanced. That's why I got more bass. And then you throw, in addition to that, the system, the holographic nature of the music that's being portrayed in this outstanding room. As you can hear my voice, I'm not lapel mic for a reason. I want you to hear what this room sounds like. It's a very natural sounding room, the Walnut Room. It has an extreme array of products in the room, starting with the turntable, the Triangle Art Concerto, the Triangle Art Zeus cartridge, the triplanar 12-inch tone arm, the Triangle Art reference phono stage and reference line stage, and the Triangle Art power amplifier, reference power amplifiers, together with the Rido D4.1s. To me, this system was an outstanding system. Outstanding enough to win Products of the Year. But now, This is one of the 5 best systems I've ever heard in my life, and I might even bump it into the top 3. And I shake my head at this because I'm a skeptic when it comes to adding devices into a system. Years ago, when I first heard my first power cord test into a Krell amplifier, I could not believe the difference. It was a Fulton, if I'm not mistaken, power cord into this Krell KSA 200 amplifier, and the differences were night and day. Well, we've advanced. That's 20 plus years ago. And what these cables and power conditioning devices can do to your system is maybe a believer. Now, I started with HFTs, with Synergistic research, 2.5 years ago. You'll see my video review of those. They shocked me because my voice changed in the room as we put them in the room, and as the representative from Synergistic finished up and I sat down and began talking with him, I could hear my voice in a very different and profoundly improved way. What they do, this does multiply by 100. This is an amazing difference between what the system sounded like prior to the Synergistic products and what the system sounds like now. The images simply surround your head and appear in space like they're really in the room, like there are real players in the room with you. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a musical spread. I'm looking for them to be here with me. I'm looking for image specificity. I'm looking for a holographic sense of space around each instrument, be it a human voice or a musical instrument or an electronically produced musical instrument, such as a bass guitar or electric guitar. This system as it stands now, to me, achieves everything I want in an audio system. And if this was the last system that I had to own for the rest of my days, I would be as happy as an audiophile could possibly be. That's how good it is. So if I was to retire from AV showrooms tomorrow, yes, the audio note system upstairs is just a mind blower. I mean, it's $1.5 million. This system gives me everything I want as an audiophile. The audio note system gives me everything I want as a music lover. There are different approaches to achieving the same goal, which is enjoying our music, forgetting about the pressures of the day, forgetting about the pressures of our jobs and of our life, and losing ourselves in music. Okay, let's move on to the listening test. The first clip, part of the test, was done 3 months ago without any Synergistic research products in the room. And the second test will be done with the UEF technology products from Synergistic in the room. We're going to also include HFTs, which I'll install before test number 2. We'll put 2 on the screen and 8 around the room. I also wanted to show that we're using the tuning devices for the cables come in 2 colors, blue or red. Red for warmth, blue for the tail. And these go on the power cords and the interconnects and speaker cables of the atmospheric cables, your choice. And you can switch back and forth and see which works best for you. Okay, let's do the listening test. We'll install the HFTs. First test, here we go. This will be a test without any Synergistic products. Here we go.
I live in a tree house. I can see the world from up here. I live in a tree house. I am safe from the world way up here. I let the birds fly through my walls. I live in a tree house. My friends come play with me. I live in a tree house. I am 4 years old. Well, almost. When I'm alone.
Okay, you got a beat on that. Now I'm going to put the HFTs in the system, and we'll do test number 2. Let me install them now. Okay, we've installed the HFTs. You'll see one on that side of the screen, another on the other side of the screen, and out of camera shot in the middle above the screen is another, one in the middle of the room, and on the sides and rear. Okay, let's do listening test number 2. Here we go.
I live in a tree house. I can see the world from up here. I live in a tree house. I am safe from the world way up here. I let the birds fly through my walls. I live in a tree house. My friends come play with me. I live in a tree house. I am 4 years old. Well, almost.
Okay, you've heard the difference. This system, as it is now, gives you a holographic image. You can hear it even through the YouTube video. You can hear and compare the earlier track of the Ambisome recording to the track we just did. So what do they do in summary? Lower noise floor, greater space, more of a holographic image, more there. In summary, Synergistic Research, uniform energy field technology products bring you closer to your music, enhances your enjoyment, creates a more realistic image in your listening environment. I wouldn't live without them. Peter Breunin reporting for AV Showrooms on Synergistic Research, uniform energy field technology products. Thank you.